Hey, how's everybody doing today? My name is Dominic and I'm reporting at you live. We're going to be having another very important business meeting today. Always remember throughout this business meeting that I'm not a financial advisor. This video is made for entertainment purposes only. You know how we do it around here. We come here, we have a business meeting. The ultimate goal for the business meeting is to get rich. So go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, tell your friends and family. We're going to be talking about the stock Profire Energy today, ticker symbol PFIE. The stock just reported earnings last week. I'm reporting at you live on August 10th, 2024. On the weekend, markets closed right now. But let's go ahead and take a look over at the news from Profire Energy. So this was on August 7th, 2024. Profire Energy reports financial results for second quarter of 2024. The company reports second highest quarterly revenue in company history. Okay. So they reported revenue of $15.2 million compared to $14.6 million in the prior year. So all these numbers are compared to the prior year quarter. The gross profit was $7.9 million compared to 7.4. Gross margin increased by 90 basis points to 51.8%. Net income of $2.1 million or 4 cents per diluted share versus $2.9 million and 6 cents per diluted share. They generated EBITDA of $3 million versus $3.7 million, cash and investments of $18.4 million with no debt. Okay, so I like their cash position. There's a few things that they didn't beat on from last quarter, but still overall pretty good earnings if you ask me. So let's see what the CEO had to say. We reported another very successful quarter, highlighted by the second highest quarterly revenue in company history, further progress across our diversification strategy and maintaining momentum with our legacy business. We increased our cash balance while building our inventory and repurchasing shares and continue to remain debt free. Yeah, that's another thing. They're buying back stock right now. They have a $2 million share repurchase program going on right now. I don't think it says how many shares they repurchased here. But let's see here. So total revenues for the period equaled $15.2 million compared to $13.6 in the first quarter of 2024 and $14.6 in the prior year quarter. The sequential year-over-year increase was partially driven by the timing of certain orders that moved into the second quarter of this year due to changes in customer readiness as well as strong activity in our diversification business. Yeah, they're diversifying out of oil and gas. Okay, so they're diversifying into other sectors. Their gross profit was $7.9 million compared to $6.8 in the first quarter and $7.4 in the second quarter of 2023. Gross margin was 52% of revenues compared to 50% of revenues in the prior year quarter. The sequential year-over-year increase is related to product mix, partially offset by inflationary pressures across the business. Total operating expenses, $5.3 million compared to $5 million in the first quarter of 2024 and $4.2 million in the year-ago quarter. The sequential increase is primarily due to ongoing inflation pressure in our business, as well as increased headcount to support strategic growth and increased business activity. The prior year quarter included a non-recurring benefit from the employee retention tax credit of $762,000. Without this benefit, the year-over-year increase would have been 6%, which is due to increased inflation and headcount. Okay, so looks like their operating expenses increased $1 million when we compare it to the prior year quarter. But even though their operating expenses that have increased, they're still reporting profits. Okay, so that's bullish to me. And they're repurchasing shares. Okay, it's still got cash to repurchase shares. So it says compared with the same quarter last year, operating expenses for G&A increased 25%, R&D increased 56%, and depreciation increased by 7%. The increase in G&A was driven by the ERC benefit noted above, while the increase in R&D was a result of increased activity on new product development and certifications. Okay, so they spent Good amount of money this quarter. Net income was $2.1 million or 4 cents per diluted share compared to net income of $1.4 million or 3 cents per diluted share in the first quarter of 2024 and $2.9 million or 6 cents per diluted share in the same quarter last year, also primarily driven by the employee retention credit. Okay. So it said our diversification efforts continue to be a critical component of our growth strategy, representing 15% of our total revenue for the quarter, as diversified sales for the first half of 2024 outpaced the first 6 months of 2023. The outlook for energy derived from hydrocarbon production remains very strong as the global demand for energy continues to grow. We remain very optimistic about the outlook for Profire for the second half of 2024 and beyond, as well as our ability to deliver long-term shareholder value. All right, so yeah, if you don't know anything about the company, you can just go and take a look at their website here. They got a whole bunch of different products. They're expanding out of oil and gas. Like they said, 15% of the revenue from this quarter was from their diversification efforts. But here's the max chart right here. If we go and zoom in on the past month or so here, the stock went up around 16% after their earnings. Okay, 16% in one day, the stock went up after their earnings. Okay, so right now the stock is at $1.57, and if we go and take a look over, this is the 1 year. Last year, it hit around $3.25. And if we go and take a look over at the max chart here, highest the stock has ever been was around $5.85. Okay, so there's massive potential with this stock. They're increasing their business. You know, they're expanding into different markets other than oil and gas. With that being said, you know, they're expanding their operating expenses increased by $1 million this quarter that they just reported, and they're still doing it profitably, and they're buying back shares right now. So it's extremely bullish to me. Low float. The stock has a low float. Let me go and take a look over at what the actual float is of the stock on my phone here. Yeah, but it's extremely low. They're repurchasing shares. I mean, what else do you want? And they're profitable, and they're expanding into other industries. Okay, so the free flow of the stock is 35 million shares. Okay, that's a low float, extremely low float, and yeah, just extremely bullish all around for this stock for me. I mean, if you guys know, or if you've been watching my YouTube channel, you know that I've already been a long-term shareholder of this company, probably 3 years now, something like that. And it has massive potential. Let me know what you think about this stock. Like I said, I'm extremely bullish on this one all around. And yeah, just put it in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about it. Go ahead, take a look over at their website. They're profitable. Profitable earnings per share. They got cash in the bank, $18 million. They have they're repurchasing stock. So put it in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. And always remember, the ultimate goal for the YouTube channel is to get rich.